Congratulations. How are you feeling?
Thank you. I feel good.
So how do you think that fight went? Did it go as you thought it would go? You know, how do you feel about your performance?
It went the way I thought it was going to go. I did well, but there's a lot of things I didn't clean up. I came in with confidence and determined.
Was there any difference coming into this fight than the last?
Yes. My mindset, just, you know, seeing a sports psychologist and worrying about the cameras and stuff, made me hold back on a lot of things I usually would do. So worried about being a highlight reel and all the stuff, just the media. I've been fighting a lot of shows, and now I'm in the UFC. It was a lot, but now I didn't even worry about it. I was comfortable in there. I was comfortable, and you'll see more out of me now. I'm comfortable. I don't worry about it now.
Do you feel like more fighters need to go that route where working on their mindset as much as their physical body?
Nah, if they don't worry about it, I mean, it's not everybody. It was just me. It might be a few others. A lot of fighters don't worry about it. They like it, like Connor and Izzy. They like to be in the center of attention. Me, it kind of bothered me, being on small shows, coming from a very small town, Duplin County. I'm from a town where you don't have any stoplights like that. All we got is stop signs. You know, our town is ran off a chicken plant. You know, so.
Was there any consideration of like, hey, maybe I shouldn't be in the UFC. Maybe I should just go back to doing that because it's more comfortable?
No, ma'am. I've always wanted to be in the UFC. I've always wanted to do this. Fighting is what I like to do. I just had to get past a mental block. And I got a whole town, I got a whole state, I got a whole team behind me. I got little kids, man. Like I'm not big around here, but when I go to Duplin County, like little kids just walk up to me and tell me how great they think of me. Like, you know, got House of Rayford behind me. I got everybody behind me. So for me to give up it's a little ungrateful for me to do something like that. I need to be grateful that I have these people. And I want to inspire the other ones to do more, to get out of that small town we're in, do something big. I'm the only one to do something big. I want everybody to do something big. So I feel like I'm a leader, and I'm going to keep pushing no matter what.
Was there anything about your opponent that surprised you?
Yeah, man, I can't believe he fucking took me down. I was not expecting a takedown. I kind of slipped on the takedown defense. I was like, he's trying to take me down. I thought he was a striker, you know. I'm the wrestler, so being taken down was a big shot to my ego, you know. It's all good.
How soon do you want to get back in there? It doesn't look like you took much damage.
Whatever. My coach didn't tell me I should go back. First, I'm going to go see my daughter. That's the biggest thing on my mind right now. I'm here. I'm glad to be here. I'm grateful to be here to talk to you guys, but my mind ain't even here. My mind is on calling my daughter and just seeing her little face, just knowing that she's going to have a good Christmas. You know, like that's what's important to me. That 3-year-old that looks just like me.
What if she wants to fight someday? Will you let her?
I don't want her to, but if that's what she wants to do, I'm going to be behind her no matter what. You know, she's bilingual. She speaks Spanish and English. So her mom's a school teacher, so I hope she goes behind the desk route. But if she wants to be an athlete, I'll do it. If she wants to play soccer, I'll learn soccer, and I'll be there trying to teach that. But I hope she uses her brain.
Thank you.
Does she understand what Dad does for a living?
No, she doesn't.
What does she think you do when you come back with bruises?
She doesn't. She just talks to me. She don't think she really puts the 2 and 2 like I'm her dad. She doesn't see me often. So I don't think she really understands like who I really am. Like she knows, like when she sees me, she's like happy. But I don't think she really gets like, you come from me, you know? But we talk all the time. And she's like I said, she goes back and forth between Spanish and English. So she's speaking Spanglish. Yeah. So I'm trying to like understand what she's saying. I don't speak any of it. So I'm like.
That's awesome. You mentioned coming from a small town. So when you go back home and you're walking around the streets, how often do you get stopped by people saying, "Hey, are you that fighter?"
All the time, man. And I love it, man. I love it when they do that because I'm always nice to people. Whether they're good people or bad people. I just try to be nice to everybody, and they come up and stop me and say, I mean, drug addicts walk up to me and say, hey, man, they chewing their teeth. Hey, man, JB Pickett. Yeah, man. I sit there and give them a little bit of time. I talk to everybody. I love being where I'm from, and I know House of Rayford is doing a big party for me. So we're going to go and hang out with them. Cal, owner of House of Rayford, he's excited about it, doing a big party for the whole town, and let everybody eat for free, and I'm going to sign some stuff and just hang out.
That's awesome. I'm sure it's great to have that feel of the community behind you. But even coming into this, you talk about the mental side of things. were you feeling some extra pressure on your shoulders coming in with a couple losses from the past ones? Or are you the kind that you can kind of, you just shuck that off and that's in the past and that doesn't affect you?
I was worried. I know what I can do, man. Like, I know I'm a good fighter, you know? Michael Bigsman said it perfect for me. He goes, you're probably a really good gym fighter, but you're having problems letting it go in the cage. And it clicked, and I was like, that's exactly what I like. In the gym, I'm phenomenal. I don't care who you bring in there. In the gym, I'll give you some work. When I get in front of those cameras, it's not the person. I'm not worried about my opponent. My opponent doesn't bother me. It's the cameras. So having a sports psychologist and talking to Ralph at the gym, him sitting down talking with me, meditation and all that stuff, and blocking that out, I literally did not think about any cameras the whole time I was in there. All I thought about was my opponent.
Well, you know, and you mentioned the sports psychologist. A lot of fighters, they tend to come to that side of understanding the mental aspect of it and using outside people like a sports psychologist, usually later on in their career. So that's great for you being early on in your career that are doing that. But what finally told you that you said, I need to look into this, I need to maybe go that route? For others that maybe haven't made that decision, what was it for you that made you decide, maybe I should look into this and do something about that?
To be honest with you, I didn't even know I had a problem. My manager, Lamont Chappell, is the one that told me I had a problem. And he started explaining to me how I was feeling, and I was like, man, that's exactly how I feel. It's the pressure of the camera, knowing that all my family is watching, everybody, all those kids that look up to me so much, they're watching. If I get knocked out, it's gonna be hard to show my face in town. Like, you know, to me, I mean, they still love me regardless, but that's what was bothering me. Sure. Like, I'm not worried about my opponent. I'm not worried about getting hurt. I'm not worried about taking a blow. I'll throw back, as you saw. But my manager's the one that was saying sports psychology. Actually, it was my coach, David Mejia, and Lamont Chappell. Them two came to the conclusion that I need a psychologist. So I found one at my gym.
So do you feel that when you went out there and you fought, and even just this fight week, did you feel lighter? Did you feel like you weren't carrying extra pressure on yourself?
Nope.
The mental stuff? I mean, you could move better?
I was just ready to go. I had my corners with me, my head coach, Carlos Martin, who's been in my ear, teaching me different movements and just working on my basics and just explaining to me I got the moves. All I have to do is just use them. Then I got Trey, who's, you know, loudmouth, who believes a lot into me, and he's in my corner all the time in the gym, pumping me up. He knows what I need to hear. I like having him in my corner. I got, you know, Justin Saucy, who's like my best friend. Me and him hang out all the time. Just him being there helping me. He was in there weight cutting with me. You know, he ain't got to cut weight, but he was in the sauna with me, talking with me. You know, so big ups to Justin and Don Terry Woods and my coach Carlos Martin, man. That's big people in my corner right now.
And last thing for me, are you the kind of guy that has a game plan for someone to go in there, or is it just you need to go out there and just to implement your game plan?
Just be me. Be honest with you, I really feel if I just be me, I'm not really worried about too many people, not to be too cocky about it. I'm really good. The problem was mentally. You know, it wasn't my physical body or my skills, it's mentally. But now I'm past that. I'm not worried about it no more. I'm past that.
So when you look at 2022, what sort of goals are you setting for yourself?
Wins, knockouts, man. I want those $50,000 bonuses. That's what I want. Okay? I could buy my daughter a lot of baby gifts for that. You know, she's about to be 4 though, so she probably wants something different.
That's awesome. Congrats on the victory.
Thank you, man. All right, thanks.